Hello, my name's Cappy, with just a penny please. In the last few seconds, one woman was brutally beaten and one child was sexually abused. Some people sit around and think that's okay. That's 20 a minute, 10 million per year. I'm walking from California to Boston, 3,000 miles, 5 million steps, raising $10 million to build centers for abused women and children. Won't you help me? It's just a penny. Just one penny, please. JustApennyPlease.org. Thank you and blessings.
Safe house was. You know what a safe house is? There's a bunch of different kinds of safe houses. We'll talk about that in a second. And I said, what are we going to do? And that's when I'd say, okay, it's raining out. You know what? You've got 4 more miles. Just do the 4 more miles.
Michael, 1979, you made a promise, and as you described this, you said you made a promise to your maker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that promise that you made almost 4 decades ago is the genesis to your current mission.
Yes.
Tell us what the promise was.
Well, a little backstory. I was volunteering at a safe house. Mm-hmm. And I was painting and drinking beer and painting and drinking beer, as the story goes. And the police officers brought a little girl in that had been sexually abused. And I never saw any abuse in my entire life. I didn't understand it, had no basis of it. This little girl was 2 years old. My daughter was 2 years old at the time. And I was physically and emotionally changed forever. I didn't understand that abuse. I didn't know people hurt people like that. It's just I had no place to put that. So the deal I cut with my maker, as I like to say, is that if he took care of my kid, I'd take care of my kid. Do his job, I'll do my job.
Now, you're not only building or raising money for safe houses, you're doing something unique, something that is not very common when it comes to safe houses.
Pet-friendly safe houses. The unique factor is pet-friendly. Most shelters in America, and I just learned this myself over the past couple years, do not accept pets. Now I understand the whys, but I didn't know it even existed. You can bring them into hospitals, hotels, and college campus, but you can't bring into a shelter. 40% of children in abusive environments stay or are kept in abusive environments because there's no place for the pet to go. Now, maybe I want you to think of a kid in your life. Could be a niece, could be a nephew, maybe it's your kid, I don't know. Maybe it's you. And when that sun starts to go down, that little kid's heart races and races and races because they don't know what's going to happen. Is my mother going to take a beating tonight? Is somebody going to throw a plate across the room? Is that madman going to enter my room tonight? But if this little guy's right there, think about it. If this little guy's right there, that heartbeat has a little calming effect to it. Those are the kids I'm walking through.
You're only asking for a penny. The cause is greater, bigger than all of us. Mm-hmm. It will take who knows when our society is going to change. But you're only asking for a penny and it's working. Mm-hmm. Tell me about your strategy. Why just a penny?
No donation is too small. Through the power of one, what I mean by that is one person can make a difference. It takes one domino to set off thousands of them. Somebody recently said to me, what if you fail? And I said, what do you mean? If I don't make Fenway Park, I don't make it all the way to the end of the destination. I said, if I save one child in this whole process,
you have done your job.
Tree.
Yes. You hear this often. In order to be effective in your job, especially in a cause, you got to walk the walk. You know, you got to understand what you're trying to do, what you're trying to change. Reading about your bio, you have never gone through any violence in your life.
Never.
Okay.
My dad was a Marine. I said that was abuse enough. I'm kidding. But no.
Right. Now, being blessed, being able to escape all of that, being able to be shielded from all that trauma, how do you connect to this cause? How do you keep going? Michael, you have walked 3,000 miles, okay, from California to Fenway Park in Boston. Across America, you have walked. What drove you? What made you say, Michael, you gotta get up and one foot after the other?
Every time I'd have a bad day, and I never had a whole bad day, but a bad moment where I'm thinking, you know what, I just want to go home and hang out with my dogs and my lady friend and my kids. And I'm thinking, the time it took you to bitch and complain, some kid was sexually abused in this country. Every 9 seconds, Queen, some kid is reportedly abused.
I have, you're talking about statistics, and I have some statistics here, and they are ugly. Just a few. Nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner. 1 in 15 children are exposed to intimate partner violence each year, and 90% of these children are eyewitnesses to this violence.
Yeah.
We are talking about an epidemic.
Pandemic.
Okay. And another thing is, normally when people support causes that they have some attachment to, you know, they have to be moved, right? And you're asking yourself, how can statistics such as this cannot move you? Mm-hmm. Either to speak out, or either to fundraise, or either to be a good member of your society. How can these statistics not move you? But yet, we're sitting here today, Michael, because not enough people are moved by these statistics. Where do you think the problem is?
I think, in fact, my partner, Jill, she said to me when I first started doing this, take the word women out of your dialogue. And I said, why? I'm walking for abused women and children. She said, America does not care about abused women, or that have fixed it. It's not fixed. Society doesn't care. It's a dark, dark topic. But you bring children and pets into it, there's some hope and some salvation with women, with children and pets. People like children and pets. Even people that don't like pets will pet the dog. They'll hide the kid. The women, they don't care about it, or they'd have fixed this problem. So I don't know if that answers your question on it.
But did you change? Do you think it worked when you changed your language or the way you see it?
Yeah, donations went up.
By taking the word women.
I watched donations go up. I watched donations, yep. Can I fix the whole world? Nope, I can't. And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not, I wouldn't. There is no fixing this. There's helping. We're like the little kid with his finger in the dike. The flood's happening. We're just trying to slow it down. I'm held up under some trees here in very, very eastern Ohio. And the next 2.5 hours or so, I will be in Pennsylvania. That is unbelievable. Pennsylvania. I haven't done the mileage in a few days, but I think it's about 2,700 miles done. Hey, good morning, Facebook friends and family. It's been a while since I put one of these up. We are just shy of Utica, New York. At the end of today, we'll be 263 miles from downtown Boston, Fenway Park.
Tell me about your journey. Your 3,000-mile journey.
It was nothing like I expected and more than I could have hoped for. I told people jokingly I was ready for the knowns. The unknowns would present themselves. I wasn't prepared for the stories that people would share with me. I wasn't prepared for Lisa saying, want to hear my story. I didn't think of any of that stuff. And that's what made this thing real. And that's when I'd say, okay, it's raining out, you know what, you got 4 more miles, just do the 4 more miles, you know.
Do you feel the weight of what you're doing,
no,
Michael?
No, I'm empowered, I'm lifted up by it. I did stand-up comedy for 15 years. The weight in a bad show is when you don't get the crowd to laugh. I would get lifted up by people laughing. I'm lifted up by people's stories now.
You've already done the walk. You've raised, how much have you raised?
Just under $42,000.
Okay, was this enough for the?
No.
Okay.
The goal's $250,000. Mm-hmm. We hooked up recently. When I say we, I mean the Verde Valley Sanctuary and Just a Penny Please. And Serena Williams has a project going with Allstate Insurance. It's called the Purple Purse Project. If you're not familiar with it, look into it. It's pretty neat. Because most women, I shouldn't qualify that, many women are kept in the environment because of financial control. So they agreed to, and I'll say match, I don't know how much they matched, but we placed, I think, $30,000 or $40,000 last week that Allstate's now going to step up and add to that. So that was really neat. So no, we're a long way from it. What I'm gonna do from here is gonna go home, regroup, hug my family and my dogs, and then start a movement, if you will, called Walks Around America. Meaning I'll come to your hometown, and your hometown probably has a shelter. I've got the list, international, national list of it, and associate with your shelter and do just walks. So you wanna walk with just a penny? It costs you how much money to walk with just a penny?
A penny.
Just a penny. Just make a penny donation and bring 100 people. We don't care. Just give us all a penny. Now, everybody's going to give us $1, $2, $3. But half of those funds we raised will stay in your hometown with your domestic shelter. Half comes with our domestic shelter. If I can give you some type of reason to have ownership of the project and just, we walk around Medway, we walk around Framingham University. Just get the movement going. We can get this thing. It's all grassroots.
Tell me about this shelter, where it's going, whom it serves.
It's going to go in Cottonwood, Arizona, because I associate with a group called Verde Valley Sanctuary, who's 25 years old in the domestic shelter business, and they don't have a pet-friendly shelter.
Did they tell you what it takes to have pets there as well?
They've already been looking into that. They've got the architectural design done. They've got the vets on staff, ready to come on staff, the pet food companies that are coming around. They've got all that stuff going into place right now.
Well, Michael, I cannot thank you enough for opening our eyes. Your dedication is inspiring, and I know it's going to inspire a lot of people.
Thank you.
As you say, just a penny.
Just a penny. No donations.
One step at a
small.
time. Yeah, no.
Just a penny, please.
And you have proved it, Michael.
.org.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Be well. God bless. I invite you to tell people about your experiences, because if we put water on this thing's grow, and we get it out of the back rooms and the barns and the bedrooms, we can fix this. We can't cure it, but we can fix it. Be an advocate. If you see something wrong, tell somebody. If you see a little kid being abused, tell somebody. Parents do not own children. It's a short-term lease.